we know that Dogecoin is crashing right now, but there seem to be more than two reasons behind it. Also, it looks like it was already on the cards for Dogecoin and other cryptos. So, let's take a look at all the reasons behind it. Hello guys, and welcome back to Crypto Fire, where we talk about Dogecoin, cryptocurrency, and investing. Before we go any further, please keep in mind that we're giving away $100 to a random subscriber. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment on your favorite cryptocurrency. Read our description for more info about it. Now, let's get started with today's video. First, let's get started with Bitcoin because of its huge correlation with Doge. It is currently trading at 48.2K, and it looks like we're going to continue around 48K for a while before moving back up to 50K. But as you know, yesterday we almost got over 51K before being turned down. So I guess we'll keep approaching it this week until Saturday. Currently, it is attempting to break over the resistance level of 31.5 cents. Still, it has managed to gain upside momentum at the start of the week, which is something to be really optimistic about. Our next goal is to transform the resistance of 50K into the new support level. And there's some news from today that suggests that we might get there by the end of this week. Before we talk about it, let's look at the Fear and Greed Index too. So, it currently stands at around 79. I think it was updated several hours ago, before we saw the dip. I believe tomorrow it'll go back to the 70 to 75 range again. This would suggest that there's some more fear in the market, which is obviously triggered by this dip. Now, as said, we have to talk about all the things that led to this dip in the first place. So, this article, which was published earlier today, talks about how analysts anticipated a pullback after 50K. And it was primarily because of the upcoming options expiry on Friday. So, roughly 25% of Bitcoin options open interest is set to expire on Friday. About this, the CEO of Genesis Volatility wrote that, despite implied volatility softening over the past few weeks, 50K is a large psychological barrier and the open interest concentration could prove choppy going into expiration. Now the good news is that the Bitcoin options market is placing a 45% chance of BTC trading above 50K by the end of September. And the other good part is that Bloomberg Intelligence's Mike McGlone, who's one of the most prominent crypto analysts, said that he sees further upside because Bitcoin has returned to 50K following a steep market correction. He also said that Bitcoin, gold, and long bonds are top assets set to outperform in the second half of 2021. The firstborn crypto may have solved the age-old problem of a global reserve asset that's easily transportable and transactional, has 24/7 price discovery, is relatively scarce, and is nobody's liability or project. Coming back to it, in any case, we'll definitely see some consolidation for Bitcoin. We'll also see a lot of low volumes right now. So if you notice a lot of low volumes, it also suggests that we're going to trade sideways for a while. Anyway, another reason for this reversal was that there's a Fed's financial gathering later this week. So we have to be cautious because there will be a lot of macro cues coming out from them. They're going to be talking about economic issues, changes caused by the coronavirus, and, without a doubt, cryptocurrencies. So, let's just hope that nothing terrible happens, that we don't receive a negative FUD or a negative news item from them. That being said, my prediction for the weekend is still quite positive, and I think we could see Bitcoin head back to 50K again. And of course, when that happens, Doge will also head to 35 cents again. But please remember that this isn't financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my viewpoint, and you should definitely do your own research before investing in crypto. Moving forward, some good news from the government was that a commissioner of the CFTC has slammed the SEC for crypto's oversimplification. So they're saying that the SEC shouldn't just classify crypto as either securities or commodities. You know that the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, has been arguing that Bitcoin falls under SEC jurisdiction. But now, the CFTC is kind of slamming them. And this is good news because I'm sure that more news about regulation from the SEC could have spread a lot of FUD in the market. Anyway, some other news that spread FUD was that the SEC has now officially stated that it is investigating Binance. We know that Binance's CEO has rejected the claims for months, calling them FUD, but now it looks like Binance really is in big trouble. And this has created genuine FUD because, as you know, a lot of Doge trading is done on Binance. So, I think we have to keep an eye on how this plays out as well. I think it does look like Binance could get out of it because it's currently in the hiring process of new personnel from the regulatory background. So, let's see how it goes. Anyway, moving on, another news came out today about crypto regulation, and I think this might have added to the FUD. So, basically, Congress has introduced around 18 bills on cryptocurrency and blockchain this year, and that's a really big number. And it says here that Tom Emmer has been a leader in this. This year, he's introduced 3 bills for crypto. Emmer's ideas included the Blockchain Regulatory Certainty Act, which would exclude blockchain service providers with no control over tokens from money transmitter, licensing, and registration requirements. And in May, he sponsored the Security Clarity Act, which aims to reduce regulatory requirements for blockchain-based technologies and reintroduce the Safe Harbor for Taxpayers with Forked Assets Act. The thing is that the headline of this article suggests that crypto is getting under more scrutiny from the feds, but in reality, this is really bullish news. And I think this is why it's more important than ever to be properly aware of exactly what's happening in the market right now. Moving on, some really good news came from financial institutions. So, another major bank has joined a list of banks that want to serve crypto companies. In short, we now have another crypto-friendly bank that genuinely cares about the advancement of cryptos. So I think it's pretty great. Moving on, another interesting news was that Grayscale has increased Ethereum investment to $10 billion. It's highly bullish because Grayscale is now the largest institutional investor in Ethereum. In other words, they're currently holding more than 3 million Ethereums in assets under management. I think this will definitely boost ETH's price because of this huge endorsement from Grayscale. And we know that Vitalik recently said that $10,000 for Ethereum is no big deal, and even $30,000 doesn't seem far-fetched. Anyway, it also says here that Grayscale is now holding more than $41 billion in crypto in assets under management. And this is pretty great because its CEO has come out to be really bullish for Bitcoin and other cryptos. So I think this kind of gives us a safety net, ensuring us that there's someone out there who's perhaps never going to sell $41 billion of all cryptos in circulation. Now, another interesting news was that Xiaomi India said that it is interested in the crypto business. Currently, they're waiting for legislative clarification from the Indian government. And it's pretty great because people in India are huge fans of this company. It says here that it saw a 35% year-on-year increase in the first quarter of 2021, owing to the company's expansion into additional financial products. So, if they start accepting cryptos, it'll bring in a lot more money into the market from India. About this, its CEO said that, of course, crypto is an exceedingly intriguing subject that is the greatest buzzword and is performing really well. However, we would like to learn more about the regulatory side. Now coming back to Doge, it's currently trading at 29.3 cents, and we've seen a dip of around 8% in the last 24 hours. While it may sound a lot, I think it's still okay to hold on for now because this weekend, after the options expiry, we could see Doge get back on track again. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching till the end. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and sharing it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications for daily videos on Dogecoin and cryptocurrency. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section below. Goodbye. Take care.